Hi friends, today I discuss first non-biotic component. First non-biotic, or we can say first abiotic component is air. Is air. Air is generally mixture of many gases like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide and water vapor. So air is generally mixture of N2O2, CO2 and water vapor. All living beings need oxygen to break down glucose molecules and get energy for their activity. This results in the production of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. So all living beings need oxygen for breathing. And oxygen to break down glucose molecules and get energy for their activity. This result in the production of carbon dioxide. Now this includes not just human activities which burns fuel to get energy, but also forest fires. Despite this, the percentage of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere is mere fraction of percentage because of carbon dioxide fixation. In our atmosphere, carbon dioxide is present in very less fraction because of carbon dioxide fixation. So what is carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide fixation. Carbon dioxide fixation. So the carbon dioxide fixation is first term. Green plants convert CO2 into glucose. CO2 into glucose in the presence of sunlight. In presence of sunlight. The second thing is many marine animals use carbonates dissolved in seawater to make their cells. So this is called carbon dioxide fixation. Now discuss role of atmosphere. Role of atmosphere in climate control. Role of atmosphere in climate control. Now atmosphere covers the earth like a blanket. We know that air is a bad conductor of heat. So the atmosphere keeps the average temperature of earth fairly steady during the day and fairly steady during the day. So basically atmosphere keeps to maintain the average temperature of earth, and atmosphere prevents the atmosphere prevents the sudden change in temperature. Sudden change in temperature. Now, sudden temperature, the moon and the sun is also the about the same distance from the moon, which is also the same distance from the sun, with no atmosphere. So moon have no atmosphere. So the temperature range is minus 190 degrees centigrade to 110 0 degrees centigrades on moon. On moon. So this is the first abiotic component, which is air. What is carbon dioxide fixation? What is role of atmosphere in climate control? So now discuss in next page. Now discuss air pollution. Air pollution is or air pollution in when air has air pollutant as a substance in the air that can cause harm to humans and the environment and the environment and the environment. So pollutants can be in the form of solid particles. Pollutant Pollutants can be solid particles, water droplet or liquid droplet or gases. In addition, they may be natural or man-made. Now, pollutants can be classified as either primary or secondary. Classify in those two types: primary pollutant or secondary pollutants. Now the primary pollutants are substances directly emitted from a process. Directly emitted from a process. Directly emitted from process, or we can say that S from a volcanic eruption, the carbon monoxide gas from motor vehicle exhaust, or sulfur dioxide released from the factory. For example, carbon monoxide CO from a motor vehicle. Now discuss on secondary pollutants. Secondary pollutants are not emitted directly. Rather, they form in the air when primary pollutant react or interact secondary polymer ground level ozone. So it forms, or they form in air. It form in air when primary pollutants react or interact. React or interact. The main example of ground level ozone. Ground level ozone, one of the many secondary pollutants that make up photochemical smoke. Photochemical smoke. They form photochemical smoke. Now discuss on rain. Now discuss on rain. Now discuss on rain. When water bodies are heated, bodies are heated during a day, heated during a day, a large amount of water evaporates. A large amount of water evaporates and goes into the air. Some amount of water vapor also gets into atmosphere because of various biological activity. The air also get heated. As a rise, as the air rises, it expands and cools. This cooling causes the water vapor. This cools the water vapor. Now the water vapor in air to condense in the form of tiny droplet. Tiny droplets by condensation. By condensation, water vapor is converted into tiny droplets. This condensation of water is facilitated if some particles could act as the nucleus for these drops to form around. Once the water droplets are formed, they grow bigger. They grow bigger by condensation. By condensation, they grow bigger and heavy, and they downfall in the form of rain. And rainfall patterns are decided by prevailing wind patterns. In large parts of India, rains are mostly brought by the southwest or northeast monsoon. So I hope you understand what is the air, and what is air pollution. What is air pollution? So please download the Scholar Learning app, and if you already download this, then enjoy learning. Thanks to watching this video.